Welcome to Mary and Molly Show. I'm Mary. I'm Molly. Let's go!
From the front door to the front gate, the gravel walk was in a dreadful sight. Grass and weeds of all kinds were growing out of the gravel. Passenger might well have supposed that no one lived in the house anymore. But he would have been mistaken. The house was inhabited so very much. Only most of the people who lived in it prefer playing games to weeding walks. One day, Father thought it was about time something should be done about those weeds.
"This afternoon," he said to his 4 children, "we are all going to weed the front walk. It is a positive disgrace to the neighborhood."
As he spoke, gloom settled upon the whole household. "That job would take all night," said Gerald. "Anyhow, I can't do any weeding," said Philip, "because I have to play football this afternoon."
"And I'm meeting my friend Edith," said Ava, "so I can't possibly do any."
"And I just hate weeding," said Rolf, the youngest.
"But this walk is going to be weeded this afternoon," said Father. "I am tired of your excuses. Surely we must all help to keep our entrance tidy."
"Why don't you concrete it over?" asked Gerald.
"I'd be delighted to," replied Father. "If you would pay the bill, it would cost about $300.
"Phew!" said Philip. "I wouldn't give $300 to make a front walk."
"That's why we are all going to weed the one we have," said Father.
"Oh, I hate weeding," said Rolf. "So do I," echoed Gerald. "And if we begin, we shall have to spend hours on it. There is a week's work here."
"But you just said just now," said Father, "that it would take only one night."
"That was a big mistake," said Gerald. "I should have said it would take a month."
"Well, the longer we sit here, the more time we think it's going to take," said Father. "Personally, I think that if we all put our backs to it, we can be done in less than an hour and a half."
"Phew, I don't," said Philip. "Nor do I," said Rolf.
"Well, anyway, we will make an attempt at it," said Father. "I have a plan in my mind as to how it can be done. I will divide the walk into 5 portions, and we will each take one. Rolf will have a smaller one than the rest of us because he's not so old. Then I'll offer 2 prizes. The first will be a prize of $1 to the first who clears his patch completely, and the second, a prize of 50 cents to the first who fills his buckets full of weeds. There will be 25 cents a bucket full to the rest. Now what do you think of that?"
"Not a bad idea, Father," said Gerald. "When should we begin?" asked Philip. "I'm going to begin on mine now," said Rolf, making a rush for the door. "Oh, no, you don't," said Ava. "That's not fair. We've all got to begin together, if it's a race." "Well, Father, hurry up and mark it out so we can begin," urged Philip. "I want that first prize."
"I will," replied Father.
"I won't be more than 5 minutes. Meanwhile, you get a bucket each and a pointed stick or a potato knife to help you get the weeds out without tearing up the gravel." "Yippee!" they all cried while Father hurried out to divide this walk into sections. "Now, I want you all to look at the clock," he said as he re-entered the room. "It is now 2 minutes to 3. We will all begin together at 3 o'clock. We won't stop till the job's finished, and then we'll come in here and see how long it has taken. Are you all ready? 1, 2, 3, go!" Away they all went, and in less than a minute the weeds were flying into the pails. Not a word was spoken, though an occasional grunt told of an obstinate weed that refused to come up at the first attempt. 5 minutes passed, 10 minutes passed, 15 minutes passed. Then a triumphant yell from Philip told that his pail was full, pressed down and running over. 25 cents for the next one full, cried Father. Flip, 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 up came the weeds. Gerald won the next prize, and Ava the third. Though the children were too busy to notice, the path was rapidly being cleared. An hour passed, then an hour and 15 minutes. "Finished!" cried Ralph. The others looked around in amazement. The little fellow had done it indeed. There wasn't a weed to be seen in his part of the path. "Well done, buddy!" cried Gerald. "I won't be far behind you." He wasn't. 5 minutes later, he too was finished. Then came Ava, and finally Philip. Before 4:30, they were all in the dining room. "Would you mind looking at the clock?" said Father, smiling and rubbing his fingers, which were both sore and dirty. "I thought somebody said that it was going to take a month." "What about the prices?" said Philip. "I have them," said Father, "and this just shows what can be done when everybody helps," he added, as with due ceremony he handed out the cash. Thank you, friends, so much for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the story today and learned a very valuable lesson. I think a great lesson in this story is that whatever you do, do it unto the Lord, not unto man. Yeah, and where's that written in? Colossians 3:23. So read that, friends. Colossians 3:23. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that now and click on that bell so you can receive immediate notification every time we post a new video. Bye!